Warning, STS Radio contains vulgar people, vulgar language, and vulgar ideas. If any of this offends you, kindly blow it out your ass.
Son of a bitch bastard!
Let's start this again. Shall we? Jesus Christ.
You're fucking retarded.
Hey, Pickle Licker, want to play the right intro?
One more time!
Are you ready?
Welcome, everybody, to a new episode of STS Radio. I am Andrew Moss. With you, as always, is Bruce Gates.
Hey, how's it going, Pickle Licker?
Hey, thank you. Still harping on that big gay ice cream I was talking about last week, weren't you?
Yeah, you know. Although pickle ice cream, not so good.
Yeah, Pickle Licker, big gay ice cream, whatever. You're still, shut up.
You're still, shut up.
You sparkly unicorn bastard. So how you doing,
So how's
sir?
it going, sir?
Oh, pretty good, man. How you been?
Yeah, I've been me, you know.
Hey. So, yeah, you were telling me off the air you had some sort of an announcement.
Yeah, nothing really major, but I did
still.
learn today that it came up in conversation because my boss wanted to jam with me, play guitar or whatever, get together. And so I told him, I'm not really available on, certain days on the weekend because I podcast and whatever. And he was like, okay. And so today it finally came up. I sent him an email weeks ago about the fact that I podcast, and it finally came up today. He's like, so you podcast, huh? I was like, yeah. He's like, where could I check out said podcast? So I gave him the info. And so I think he's actually going to start listening to our show now. So I just want to also give a quick shout out, Mike, if you're listening. Thanks for tuning in, and buckle your seatbelt.
Bullshit!
Why bullshit?
I think he may be lying to you, man.
You don't think he's going to listen?
No.
Yeah, maybe not. Probably not. Or if he does, he'll listen to, one episode and be like, all right, fuck that.
It's almost going to be like a parent at a Little League game. Like, no, I can't make it, but, tell me all about it.
It is a lot of time, to devote to our ramblings. We do
really
talk
is.
for, about an hour and a half?
Yeah, about an hour and a half.
On average?
Yeah, sort of like that.
It's a lot of time to devote to our ramblings, but, God bless him if he does.
Yeah, exactly.
God bless anyone who does.
He's probably listening to this for like 5 minutes. He's just like, God, he is so fucking fired.
Why did I hire this guy? Jesus.
And I wanted to jam with him. Probably
Seriously, on one hand, I was kind of contemplating, should I tell him? If he listens, he's going to be like, why the fuck did I hire this guy? The other hand, I'm like, I'm a pretty responsible fella.
He's probably sitting
Most
there
of the time.
He's probably just sitting there listening to this going, my God, if he tells me he loves the Grateful Dead, forget it, I'm going to kill him.
Actually, that could go either way. I don't know.
Oh, man, no, I'm going to kill you.
So no, I don't like the Grateful Dead, to be honest with you, but I don't know if he does or not. So I don't know if he'd kill me if I said I did or didn't.
Fuck you!
Anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, so that's
That
pretty cool,
could be interesting. If so, that would be only the second person that I know who actually listens to this thing. I don't know where our listens come from, or if it's even the same person press and play 30 times for all I know.
I don't know. As far as I know, I think Nick from the Wiffle Ball League listens in. A couple other people listen in, which is pretty cool. So, so big shout out to the Wiffle Ball League.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
I hope I can make it down for another one. I really don't know if I can, but that would really suck if I couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, we have 3 more days left in the season. We have tomorrow, this Saturday, the 3rd, then we have the 10th, and then the 17th.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to make it for this weekend.
Yeah, next.
Then you said the 10th, and what else?
10th and the 17th is the last game of the season.
Right on.
It's like the award ceremony / fucking last game of the season.
Right on.
So, hopefully you can make it down.
At this point, I kind of want to maintain my perfect fielding percentage and just not play another game, to be honest with you.
Gold glove for playing one game.
No, I can't get gold glove for fucking one game. That would be bullshit.
That would be bullshit.
Then any fucking schmuck could show up and do horribly like I did and fucking walk away with the medal.
Exactly, man. No fucking way, man.
I was so sore after that game, it was ridiculous.
Jesus!
For a grown man to be as sore as I was after playing a game of fucking wiffle ball is sad and pathetic indeed.
Oh, dude, I'll never forget, like, the first time I started playing, man, like, just my knees were on fire. Like, I literally, for, like, the rest of the season, I had to wear a knee brace on my right knee.
Oh, shit,
and then my left knee was on fire, so I had to wear another knee brace on that knee.
I guess it just shows, like, how sedentary we are.
Yeah, like
just two fucks who sit around, watch movies, listen to music and shit. Like
two lazy fucks.
Exactly. We don't do sports, really.
Two lazy podcasting fucks.
That's right. That's why we podcast.
Exactly, because we can't, like, dribble a basketball or shoot worth a damn.
This requires no effort, really.
Well, no, that's right. There's no effort here.
Yeah. None on my part, anyway. Ah, fucker.
You think I put effort into this? No.
Well, you have to at least press the button. At least I don't even have to fucking do that.
Yeah, but
anyway.
I just imagine, like, in 5 years though, I'm gonna look like that frickin' astronaut guy from WALL-E, just this big fat mess who's just like pushing buttons all day.
Oh man,
we gotta clean up the Earth.
See what this gets you, kids?
Yeah.
Join NASA.
Want to get into radio now?
Floating around in space. Oh my god, you get me so hot.
Oh my god, space cheese. Oh my god.
Oh god.
It's really funny. I got to tell you about this, man. I've been dating this girl for a couple of weeks now, and she's
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. She's actually sitting right next to me, and she's just continuously rolling her eyes.
Oh god, of course she is.
So
How could she not be?
Every time, dude. Every time we're just talking about something, I look out of the corner of my eyes. There she goes, like, rolling her eyes at me.
Does she have a mic?
No, she didn't want to come on.
She didn't want to come on here.
No, too shy.
That's fine.
She's too shy. So
tell her I said hello in case she can't hear me.
Well, Bruce says hello, and she just waved hi.
So she can only hear what you're saying?
Yeah.
That'll make this whole conversation really interesting for her then.
And incredibly awkward.
Exactly.
Moving on.
Because you could be like cheese dick or something, and she'll have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Bruce just said cheese dick.
See, you're gonna have to translate everything.
She just shrugged it off. She's like, fucking whatever.
You've
awesome.
Got to keep her, sir.
You're so friggin' awesome. You want to go to Big Gay Ice Cream with me?
Are you asking me?
Both of you, actually.
Now? It's kind of late.
Well, it's kind of late. By the time
Isn't it in fucking Jersey?
No, it's in New York.
Oh, that's better.
Come on, Jersey's like 3-hour drive. New York's like 2.5 hour.
Was it in like the city or?
Yeah, it was in Manhattan, I think.
Right on.
It was like east side of Manhattan, I think. The one that we went to. But
yes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
I'm so sorry she has to sit through a podcast, man.
Not sorry as I am that she has to sit through this.
Do you have like plans for after or before, or was it just like, hey, come listen to me podcast?
I invited her on. She's just like, no, it's okay.
Right on.
She's shaking her head at me, just like, you bastard.
She's like, stop talking about me. Move on to something else now.
Talk about Big Gay Ice Cream again. She's like,
it is heaven on earth.
She's just giving me that look like, yeah, I'm gonna just go watch Storage Care Bear Wars.
What?
Bye.
The fuck?
Just like thinking of an excuse to get out of here.
Oh. Find something. Just looking around your room like storage, Care Bear? Whatever, fuck it. Care Bear Wars.
Oh yeah, use Care Bear, that's $300 right there.
All day long.
That's a $300 bill right there, yo.
That's the care factor right there.
Somebody want to give me a hug or something?
Oh man.
I can hug like nobody's fucking business.
Wouldn't it be funny if there was one bear that had like a dollar bill on its stomach and like it like didn't they all like emanate some sort of like weird light or something of that thing on their chest?
I guess.
And it like emanated like money or something.
It just makes it rain.
It just makes it rain, basically. Yeah, it's the make it rain bear.
Stripper bear, what are you doing?
I make it rain, I make it rain, I make it rain on them bears.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm going to hell for that.
Not as much as the Bruins fans on Twitter. You see that shit?
I heard about it. I didn't see it, but man, that's disgusting. I didn't read any of the comments or anything.
That is
but
disgusting.
I'm sure they're atrocious.
You know what the sad part is? These are like some of the same people that are like just condemning the fucking the owner of the Clippers for being a racist prick.
No shit.
And then here's PK Subban getting 2 goals against the Bruins, including a game winner in double overtime, and they're just like, "You black son of a bitch."
As if that has anything to do with it.
It's like the thing I've learned about Boston sports fans, at least from my perspective, is they only care about black people if they're wearing a Boston sports uniform. Like I guarantee if PK Subban was wearing a Bruins jersey, they wouldn't give 2 shits. So
I can't speak for all Boston fans, especially not myself.
Yeah,
but
I can't speak for him either, but you know, what are you gonna do?
But yeah, I mean, it is pretty sad to have to, turn to racism just to knock the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, it's like, you know what, they played a hard freaking game, and I'm sorry, Carey Price had a hell of a game, sir.
It was an amazing game.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I didn't see the whole thing. I had to go to bed.
Yeah,
but...
I watched probably like midway through the third period to like after
Like
the first
this.
overtime.
Oh, really? I watched from like the first to midway through the third and then had to go to sleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was an amazing game. Just,
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
from what I saw, man, it was just like real back and forth type battle. Just both teams just exhausted.
yeah,
And it was
pretty much.
It was probably like this. It was probably one of the best games I've watched since like Game 1 of the Stanley Cup last year with the Hawks and the Bruins.
Yeah,
And
I
went to, like,
kind
what,
of get the
triple
feeling
overtime?
that this year's Stanley Cup playoff, like the finals,
Yeah.
the Stanley Cup playoff is going to be pretty amazing, regardless of who it is.
Probably.
But
I don't know. The 2 teams that I'm pulling for are actually facing each other in this round, so.
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. To either go Chicago or go Minnesota.
Which one are you leaning towards? My guess would be Chicago.
Probably Chicago because I want to see my dad happy. That's his.
Yeah,
team.
I was going to say, I know your dad's a fan, and
Yeah, he's a fan.
I just can't
so-
imagine you're much of a Minnesota fan.
No, but I mean, if they win, you know what? I'll cheer on Zach Parise because you know what, man, he
Oh, right
he
on.
at least he left the Devils like the right way.
Yeah,
He was just like, you know what, guys, this is just a matter. I've wanted to play hockey in Minnesota for my life. Now that my contract is up, I have the chance to do that. So, all right, you know what? My hat goes
that's
off.
respectable.
Hat goes off to the kid. He's not like, hey, let me sign a 10-year deal with you guys, and then after 2 years, I'm gonna retire. Fucking.
How do you feel about Yager coming back?
I dig it, man. He was a huge part of that team last year. But the thing is, the Devils need to go out and get some scorers. And they got to, as far as I'm concerned, man, they got to do one of 2 things. They either got to bring Marty back on like a minimum contract, like, guaranteed, like, okay, you play 30 games. And then either bring back Schneider, because I think Schneider's a free agent, or move this kid Kincaid up from the AHL Devils. Because I mean, every time I've seen him, the kid's just been friggin' dynamite. He is ready for the majors.
That's cool.
But I don't think he's going to get there if Brodeur's still hanging around or if they're going to be dicking around with Schneider.
Do you think that Brodeur should stick around another year or no?
I would like to see him stick out another year just because, like, the past 2 seasons, that's no way for him to end a fucking career.
Yeah, it has been kind of shameful for the Devils last 2 years.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. Dick.
But I mean, at the same time, like, I don't know, what is another year gonna do? I mean, sure, it could be a lot better, but what if it's not? Like, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I would just
Do you really
like...
want to push yourself another year for potentially nothing?
No, but I mean, whether it's potentially for nothing or whatnot, but if I were Marty, I would tell the guys, like, look, I want to come back, but I want to see that you guys want to win.
Mm.
I want to see you guys want to at least, like, get to the playoffs.
From what you've told me, he is kind of like, not the team captain, but like he is kind of like the guy who's in the locker room, like talking everybody up, like quizzing everybody on stats and shit. And
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
he's basically Mr. Hockey.
basically, yeah. Like, he's the guy that keeps everybody on their freaking toes in that locker room, but, they got to go out and they got to sign some scorers. When your top 3 scorers leave in, like, the past 2 years, or was it 3 years? I think it is. You know, with Parisi going to Minnesota, Cole retiring, and then David Clarkson signing with Toronto in the offseason last year. I mean, that's a huge freaking blow. And the fact is that they couldn't score a freaking goal in a shootout to save their goddamn lives. Yeah, when you lose, I think it was like 16 overtime losses or something like that. 12 of them were from shootout losses.
Oof.
Yeah, they didn't win one shootout this year. Not one.
I feel like the Bruins are pretty bad at that. Every time I've seen them go to a shootout, it's not been good.
At least
I don't know what the stats are of them, but
neither do I. I don't care to look it up either. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them.
They're like, fuck them.
Pieces of shit.
See, I knew.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say fuck them.
What? Sorry, man. I hate the frickin' Bruins.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I love how they make fun of like all the Canadian players that dive and whatnot. Meanwhile, friggin' Marchand's one of the biggest divers on the ice.
Yeah, he is pretty bad.
Yeah, he sucks.
Oh man. It'll be interesting to see how it goes, though.
Bastard!
So I assume you think that Montreal is gonna beat Boston, or do you think that Boston will beat Montreal?
I think it's gonna go to 6 games. I'm rooting for Montreal though.
Yeah.
I think this season Montreal's had Boston's number. So.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know I think I saw at least one game between the two. I don't know. I didn't catch that many games this year, unfortunately. I've been really fucking busy, man.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good.
But yeah. Fucking who would we face, Boston, or the winner of that? Who did they go on to face potentially?
They would face the winner of Pittsburgh Penguins versus New York Rangers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Either way, not good for the winner.
Yeah. Although if you ask the Bruins fans, like, yeah, bring on the Penguins. You're a bunch of pussies. Like,
yeah, but they get some good, say what you want, but talent is talent.
They got some good talent, man. Yeah.
Although I do like what a guy I used to work with said about Sidney Crosby, about the whole, like, who names their kid Sidney, a hockey player named Sidney and shit like that. That used to give me a chuckle.
Well, who names their kid Mario?
Well, true.
Or, seriously. Exactly.
Hey, speaking of Mario, actually, well, I don't know if I should say it.
Go for it.
Okay, well, if need be, I guess you can edit this out, but I don't know if you saw, but our friends, Sal and Coco, are expecting their first baby.
Yes, I saw that, man.
Yeah, so congratulations to them. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool picture as well, man.
Yeah, that was really awesome. With the basically it was Sal drawn as Mario, Coco drawn as Peach, of course, with a plus sign equals and a 1-up symbol.
Yeah.
Real fucking classy.
I was like, that's pretty cool. All right, I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, congratulations. That was cool.
Definitely congratulations to them.
I'm sure they don't listen. But...
No, I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they could care less either.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously not a bad thing.
No, I think the last time I had like an interaction with Sal was it was back at Riv actually. But what it was
Same here actually.
Well, no, like the thing was like I was walking back from I think it was like lunch or dinner or something like that. I see a wallet outside. I'm just like, oh shit, find out who it belongs to, and bring it to like the front desk or something. If anybody asks for it, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I look inside to see if there's an ID. Maybe I know the person, and it's Sal's. I'm like, oh shit, I'll just drop it off fucking Coco's room, no problem. She can give it to him. I drop it off, and he gives me this look like, you fucking cock-blocking son of a bitch. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, all right, I'm sorry I did the right thing, you dick.
Oh, man.
So, that was like the last interaction that I had with him.
You cock-blocked him. That's the last interaction.
I think I cock-blocked him.
You think you cock-blocked?
I at least knocked first. It's not like I kicked the door down like, here's your wallet, motherfucker.
Yeah, that would be like the worst kind of cock-block.
Yeah. I just remember,
motherfucker here.
I just remember doing that to your door freshman year.
I guess thanks, but yeah, to my door that was terrible.
Yeah, but I never cock-blocked you.
That's true. There was no blocking to be had, really.
Nor was there any cocking.
Exactly. That's why there was no blocking. But man, that was awful. There was what, like how long was that I didn't have a lock? It was at least a couple days, right?
A couple days. It felt like 2 weeks.
I was gonna say I thought it was at least a week. Maybe it was longer than that. Shit, but it was a long time that we just didn't have a lock on our door.
Yeah.
So like there was a hole where I don't know why they took the doorknob off. Why that was necessary.
Yeah. It's...
just to illustrate the fact that there's no security to this door, I guess. Make that perfectly clear so people could just waltz in, at their leisure. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and you figured they would have like a doorknob or two like in storage or something like that. Like, oh, just in case something breaks, here we can just replace it. No problem. There we go. 5 minutes done.
They had fucking bicycles for Terminator dude to ride on, but they don't have fucking doorknobs. Go figure.
Yeah.
Assholes. Riviera University. It's a university now, by the way?
Yeah, I heard about that, which, polish a turd, still a turd.
Exactly. Although, according to Mythbusters, you can polish a turd.
Well, yeah, but why the hell would you want to?
Right, because it's still a fucking turd.
Yeah, it's still a piece of shit.
Still a piece of shit.
Exactly. It's still a piece of
that's
shit.
a shiny piece of shit.
Exactly. So, it's like the saying goes, you don't know shit from Shinola. Well, here's the shit and Shinola together. So there you go.
All wrapped up in one. One really foul package.
Shiny shitnola.
Shitnola. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Fucking hate that college so much.
Seriously.
Fucking just a nightmare.
Oh, man. So, dude, I hate to bring it down a level, but I'm looking up at my Nirvana poster, and it's reminding me of the note that came out this week.
Yeah, I was reading about that. I was like, why is this coming out now?
Yeah, to be fair, it is, what is it, like 25...
Yeah, it's like 20,
how many years?
I think it's like 20 years. It was 94, so yeah, it was like 20 years rather.
Yeah, okay. But like they just developed like all that film, so maybe they're just finding new evidence now. And they did like reopen the investigation, although for about as long as they did the last time, and it was like, no, it's still suicide.
Yeah, it was which was like what, 3 hours?
Yeah.
But
which I'll be honest, in recent times I've kind of opened up to the idea that maybe it was a suicide. I'm not as convinced that it was a murder as I once was, but at the same time, I don't know, there is a lot of evidence against suicide.
Yeah, I've been more of the mindset of like it was a murder, but
yeah,
I still
it sure seems that way when you read about various things. And
yeah, and I mean the fact that you ask any cop when they do a murder investigation, like they go over everything fucking thoroughly.
Mm-hmm.
Like they go over fucking everything, like fingerprints. They just take pictures of the crime scene. Everything is developed like ASAP, especially when you're dealing with friggin' celebrity death.
Yeah. Because by then it's not like celebrities dying was anything new. There were plenty of celebrities who died before. John Lennon died.
Yeah.
Like in 1980. That was like what, 14 years prior.
Something like that. Yeah.
So.
But yeah, but his death was a clear-cut murder. Like,
right.
They got the guy, they arrested him. He's in life. Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, the fact is, like, how the reports were coming out, like they could only identify Cobain because of like, oh, his wallet was near him, he had his ID in there, and it's like, well, how did they find out his ID was in there unless they opened up the friggin' wall? Wouldn't they have seen the friggin' note?
Right.
Why is this coming out 20 years later?
That's a good point.
Friggin' Seattle.
That is a good point.
Friggin' Seattle cops.
Seriously, it's very fishy.
Does the rain make you stupid?
But what do you think about like who wrote it? Have you read any kind of like conspiracy thing about sort of like it was Courtney who wrote it, or? No,
they were saying like the news report that I was reading that the cops were saying like, yeah, this looks like Kurt's handwriting. It matches the handwriting sample. So.
It does, but then someone who posted on a forum online about it made a good point, in my opinion, which is that if you read... Have you ever read Kurt Cobain's journals that came out a few years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, well, in my opinion, if you read that, this guy maintained that if you have read that, that Kurt Cobain doesn't really use those kind of words. Like, because what he said was something like, it was mocking their wedding vows, right? Do you have, like, the quote at all?
No, I don't, but I can pull it up, so just keep talking, I'll pull it up.
Okay. But anyway, he was saying something to the effect of like, my shredded wife and things like, bitch with zits and things like that. And if you read his journals, he just doesn't really kind of talk like that. Like people definitely have a certain way of talking and a certain language that they use, and when you listen to them time and time and time again, you kind of get to know that. And so when you hear something that they supposedly said, it kind of throws you off if it doesn't seem quite right against everything else. And this to me sort of I kind of agree with that. This doesn't really seem like something Kurt would write, in my opinion.
I don't know, man. Like, you throw drugs into the mix, you wonder, like, when Kurt was writing the journals, like, was he high?
That's true.
You know,
That's a good point.
There could be a total personality change, like a whole Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing.
That is a very valid point.
And, you know, okay, I got the quote from the note here. It says, "Do you, Kurt Cobain, take Courtney Michelle Love to be your lawfully shredded wife, even when she's a bitch with zits, siphoning all your money for doping and whoring?" Well, I think she's done that already.
No kidding. But someone else made the point of, like, what guy who's, like, pissed off at his wife takes the time to, like, write it down on, like, write a note and keep it in his wallet and shit like that. Like, who does that?
I don't know, man. That's probably how he expressed himself, though.
I guess.
It was either through that or through a song, you know?
I suppose.
Which, plus, I mean, we don't even know, like, when the note was written, so...
That's true. Yeah, there's a lot of big unknowns about it, and that's kind of what's so intriguing about it. But it's certainly getting people talking, obviously. I mean, we're talking about it.
Well, yeah. I mean, what else are we going to do? Just ignore it?
Well, true, yeah. I mean, we're obviously both big Nirvana fans, so...
Well, yeah. Pardon me.
But yeah, I just thought it was really interesting, because if it is in fact written by him, I think it says a lot about what the conspiracy theorists have been saying as far as a murder. I think it says a lot that maybe she was, part of, but at least behind it. And if she wrote it, I don't know, it makes things a little bit more interesting, because then it's kind of like almost sweet in a way that he'd be carrying that with him in a weird way. Like, that he'd be carrying something that she wrote, like, to mock their wedding vows around with him is kind of like, I don't know. Why would he do that otherwise?
I don't know, but I mean, you also figure, like, this guy's form of art, you also think about that, like, didn't he...
like the babies and the diseased uteruses and shit.
Yeah, and didn't he, like, use his cum as, like, glaze on paintings or something like that?
I don't know.
That was something I had heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but...
He was really obsessed with reproduction in general. So.
Oh yeah, well, what guy isn't? Let's be honest.
But not to his level.
Yeah.
Not to his level. That's...
Well, yeah. I'm not gonna go around painting uteruses and whatnot, but
exactly. And now the looks start. Speaking of that, though, I heard a funny story about from the guy who took that picture. I think his name is Charles Peterson for the back of the In Utero cover.
Mm-hmm.
I forget where I heard it, but it was something like, behind the music, whatever thing.
Right.
And he said that Kurt basically called him up, like, on a whim and was like, you have to come over right now. This thing is, like, set up, and if you don't come in, like, 10 minutes, the meat's going to start to rot. And he was like, fuck, okay. So he had to, like, haul ass over to Kurt, take the picture, and that was that.
Yeah, one of the things I had heard about, like, the back of the cover of Nevermind is that if you look really closely, there's actually a Kiss album on the back of there.
Yeah, I think it's Destroyer.
It is Destroyer, yeah. Like, Kurt was a huge Kiss fan.
Yeah, he really was.
Yeah. Courtney made him get rid of all of his Kiss records and whatnot.
Bitch.
Yeah, I know.
And now they're in the Hall of Fame. See, what does she know?
Yeah. Well, they got in the same year that Nirvana did, so it's kind of a...
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it?
I guess that's what you call ironic, isn't it?
Oh, nice, sir. Nice.
Seriously, like, the only thing that would have, like, topped the entire, like, Hall of Fame thing for me was if, like, Frances Bean came out and just, like, screamed at Courtney for a half hour.
Seriously, you just did, like, a roast of her, but, like, for real. Like, she really hates her.
Yeah, to see Courtney just kind of, like, nervously laughing, like, haha, okay, just, like, trying to give signals, like, cut her fucking mic.
Oh, this is cute.
Yep, you're your mother's daughter, all right.
Oh, man.
Actually, speaking of like a kind of like a drug related thing, I went and saw that Alice Cooper documentary. That was it, Super Duper Alice Cooper.
Awesome title right away.
Right away, it's awesome. But
how is it drug related though? He's like, isn't he? He's clean and everything, and well, I mean, he used to be an alcoholic, right?
He used to be an alcoholic, but here's the thing. I never knew about this man, but he was a huge fucking cokehead as well.
Really?
Yeah, like he got clean from the alcohol, like he went into the mental asylum, like we know that part. He gets out and like he sees like all these other bands are coming out, like Sex Pistols and like all these other like younger bands trying to do shit faster, and he's just like, you kids are not gonna fucking beat me. I'm gonna fucking destroy you. And what I got from that was, what was the guy's name that was writing with Elton John? Bernie Taupin. Apparently, yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. Apparently, he was the one that kind of like turned him on to cocaine and whatnot. 'Cause like Alice was there writing songs with him, and he was just like, he would leave and go to the bathroom every little while. He's just like, there's only so many times you can think the guy has a bladder the size of an infant. So apparently he tried it and just apparently that led to him not remembering recording some of the albums.
Oh man.
Like I think Zipper Catches Skin and Dada, like he doesn't remember at all like recording those.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it was a pretty good documentary though. Like it starts off, with him being born in Detroit and his childhood, and leads up to the comeback concert that he had for MTV. I think it was like Halloween.
When was that?
That was like Halloween of 1980 something. But it was like when he had that revamped band lineup, like him, Kip Winger on bass, Kane Roberts on guitar, and I forget who was on drums, but
nice.
As far as I'm concerned, man, that was probably like the best lineup he's ever had.
Yeah, sounds pretty awesome.
But I'm kind of biased to that.
Well,
Hey,
you're not that biased. I agree.
yeah. Sorry, like the songs speak for themselves.
Can I just say something and it may be borderline offensive, although not to you?
Oh boy.
And it's not racist.
Yeah, right.
What is it about like cokeheads finding Jesus?
Like, the thing
Have you
was,
noticed that? Like that's like the thing. Like they get clean and they're like, I found Jesus. Like Jake the Snake Roberts. Found Jesus. Well, and then DDP.
dude, I thought you were gonna go all fucking like Harry Carey on me, like, like, hey Angel, here's a good one.
If you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself?
If the Predator wanted to play baseball and he promised not to kill anybody, would you let him?
Would you let him?
Come on, Bruce, it's a simple question. Anybody could answer it, even a baby could.
But seriously, man, like every single person who cleans up, they're like, I found Jesus. Like, maybe it's all the coke. Maybe that's how they're seeing Jesus.
Maybe, like,
anyone ever come to that conclusion before?
I don't know. Like Cooper, you kind of give a pass to, because I mean, he was like the son of a preacher, though, right? Was he not?
Oh yeah, he was the son of a preacher, man.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
The only boy who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher, man.
Yep. But yeah, so he always had that kind of like with him, like seriously, like if you wanted to make a drinking game out of that movie, you probably could have.
How so?
Like anytime they mention God or church, take a shot.
Oh, really?
Dude, you'll be drunk like 20 minutes in.
So it's that kind of like preachy flick?
It's not like over like preachy, like bash your head with a friggin' Bible, like you gotta do this and praise Jesus, and otherwise you're going to hell. But he's just like, God did this. God was sending me a message. My life was saved because Jesus wanted me to, or God wanted me to do this. It doesn't mention Jesus at all.
Huh.
But I thought it was a cool documentary overall. But I think it's actually playing in your area pretty soon.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of place is it playing? Like just regular theaters or?
Yeah, like a regular like showcase cinema type of deal.
Oh, right on. I'll have to see if I can check it out.
Yeah, let me look up for a date here.
Super Duper Alice Cooper.
Yeah, like with a title like that, I'm expecting him like rip off the shirt and just like.
Seriously.
Like, look, it's Alice Cooper coming to save us all.
Thanks, Alice.
We're not worthy.
Feed my Frankenstein. Bye.
Does this man know how to party or what? Let's see. Yeah, it just actually just played in your area recently. It was the April 30th. It was in Showcase in Lowell.
Oh, so I missed it.
Yeah, I think the closest it's I think the closest it's coming to you is like Cambridge.
Not too bad.
It's like May 15th.
That would be a Thursday. That's a terrible time for me to be able to go.
Yeah, it really is, man.
Thank you, Alice Cooper. You're not so super duper. I mean, I dig your music, but...
Hey, Alice, if your movie was showing on a Friday, would you be super duper Alice Cooper?
Would you watch it? Would you watch yourself? Oh, man.
Hey, Bruce, here's another one. Does stroking your ego count as ego masturbation?
I think it does, actually.
You've made a wise choice, my friend.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, not a bad documentary at all, man. Well worth it. So I was kind of surprised a little bit though, because like I went there and I'm seeing the prices for the tickets and whatnot, and like ticket for like regular movie was like $11.50 or something like that, which Jesus fucking Christ.
Seriously, what movie is worth fucking $11.50 these days?
Man of Steel.
Certainly not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No. Let's not talk about that. Okay, let's no.
Teenage Mutant Jar Jar Binks.
Can we get off of that, please? I'm gonna turn into a fucking cokehead now.
Misa Donatello. Oh, seriously. Michael Bay.
Anyways.
Remove the shotgun from your mouth. It's okay.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Thank you. Okay. I'm good. Okay. So I'm seeing the prices, and like the regular movie's like $11.50. I go, yeah, one for Alice Cooper, and he's like, all right, $13.50. I was like, fucking what?
Why does he get $2 more?
Yeah, like I know it's Alice Cooper, and Alice Cooper's awesome, but it's not like I'm paying to see a fucking concert or anything here. This is it's a documentary.
They're like, well, it mentions Jesus a lot, so.
So what? Jesus is worth another $2?
I guess so.
No.
Oh man. I don't know. What is worth the other $2? Is there anything in that movie worth the other $2?
Well, the soundtrack's pretty awesome.
Well, it's Alice. I mean.
Well, yeah.
Is it entirely his music?
Yeah, it's entirely his music, but.
Nice.
But yeah, it was kind of cool. Like it played like rare stuff, like when he was with the earwigs and the spiders, and then just kind of morphed into Alice Cooper. Mentions like some Frank Zappa stuff.
That's cool.
Which fucking Zappa was out there, man.
Yeah.
Like that guy was mentally just fucked.
And he didn't even take drugs.
Supposedly, I think the jury's still out on that one.
Really?
Like they told a story about when they went into the recording studio to record "Pretties for Me."
Mm-hmm.
The first album, and they're setting up, just kind of like tuning the instruments and just kind of warming up and whatnot. And all of a sudden they hear over the loudspeaker like, "All right, guys, that's great, we got it." And Alice is like, "What the hell are you talking about? We're just warming up. We're just setting everything up." He's like, "Yeah, but I that's how I want the album to sound. Like you guys are just setting up like a garage band." And I was like, "But we have songs. Like we haven't even played a song yet." So Zappa's like, "All right, you know what? I'll be back at 5:00. Whatever you guys record, that's gonna be your first album." So he comes back like 5:15, and like all the songs they recorded, that was the first album.
Man.
But it was pretty funny. Like they told another story, like that when they were going to meet Zappa for the first time, there was this chick band, I forget the name. It's escaping me, but regardless, they told Zappa about him, like, "Oh man, you guys gotta see this band. This is a great band. So he's like, "All right, tell them to come over to my place tomorrow at 7. So Alice and whatnot, the band, like they set up their equipment, like they go to Frank Zappa's house, and like the girl band like answers the door and whatnot. They just kind of barge their way in, start setting up their equipment at 7 in the morning. And then they just start playing, and here comes Zappa down the stairs. And he's like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" They're like, "You told us to be here by 7." He's like, 7 p.m.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Good stories, man. Very, very good stories.
Well, with Zappa around, how could there not be?
Yeah, I still maintain that Zappa was fucked in the head.
Probably was. I mean, he always maintained that he never took any drugs or alcohol. He smoked like a chimney, but
Well, yeah. To me he seems kind of like Iggy Pop, but a lot crazier. Like
that's an interesting
not
comparison.
as like physically crazy, like friggin' like Iggy Pop like taking a beer bottle
like glass to his chest
just like
and
glass
shit.
to it, and just smearing himself with like peanut butter all in the name of art or something like that. Whereas Zappa's just like, no, I want this album to sound like two chickens fucking. This is gonna be the greatest thing ever.
Seriously.
But he's just he's like, he signed the Alice Cooper group, and he was just like, you know what? I don't get you guys.
Then why did you sign them?
He's like, I'm signing you because I don't get you. He's like, no, where are you guys from? They're just like, Phoenix. He's like, wait, Phoenix? That's cowboys and whatnot. No, I really don't get you. Like, dude, I gotta admit though, I was never a fan of Zappa's music.
I'm not a tremendous fan of his music. What I've heard, I kind of enjoy, although it is certainly out there.
Out there is being nice.
It is, yeah. I don't know. I enjoy some of it. It is kind of funny and humorous, but
I don't know. I never got it. Like, I always thought like it was kind of like Fish or the Grateful Dead. Like you gotta be fucking baked out of your mind in order to enjoy it. Which
I guess.
If that's the case, man, that's not music.
I suppose. I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily the case. Although I will say that I don't know. He is absolutely fucking crazy.
That quote unquote music is more like a performance enhancer for acid.
I wouldn't really compare him to Fish though.
No, because I don't think Zappa was like a jam band. Like he actually had songs.
Yeah, and he was actually like yell at Steve Vai for not playing well. Like he was a real fucking like tight ass.
Well, yeah.
When it came to his music, so it's sort of like kind of the opposite of Fish in that respect. But also, I don't think he had sort of like the pompousness of Fish either. Sort of like I don't think he was so full of himself.
I kind of got that a little bit from this documentary, at least. Like, how he's like, I want this album to sound like a garage band kind of deal. Like you guys are just setting up your instruments. It's like, well, who the fuck is gonna buy it then? Like, you already have the name reputation. Like, you have your cult following. Like, people will buy your fucking albums. It's Frank Zappa. He's farting on a snare drum on this one.
Nice Airheads reference.
Thank you. So,
I ain't farting on no snare drum.
but yeah, like I don't know, man. I just never got into Zappa at all.
Just to be clear, if someone did want to pay me to fart on a snare drum, I would fart on a snare drum.
I would too, man. That sounds like a pretty lucrative deal.
Seriously, it sounds like a pretty fun day too.
Yeah.
I really wonder what would happen. Would it resonate, or would it just be sort of like?
I don't know, man. What if you were sick too?
Oh, that'd be terrible. That could be really bad.
That'd make for an interesting sound, though.
Sounds like I don't know, like an alien being shredded.
like Courtney Love's vagina being shredded
while eating pudding.
You're gross.
Like a bitch with Ziz's vagina being eaten by pudding. And shredded.
While it siphons all your money for doping and whoring.
If my boss is still listening at this point, I'm so fired now.
You probably are. It's just gonna pull you into like a private meeting room, like, so want to tell me
about pudding?
About this pudding and Courtney Love's vagina and Frank Zappa? Like, how the hell do you guys tie that shit together?
Well, it takes a special talent, sir. A special talent that only you can acknowledge.
Yeah, it's like special is definitely the word I would use there. You're quite right. Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta pull up Craigslist.
You searching for a new job now?
Yeah.
You gonna be a
wait, I didn't do that right.
You gonna be a webcam model?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Car. Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I've actually done that, like by accident, and then been like, "Oh God, I just did the Rick." Yeah.
Like, Bruce, you want to get some sandwiches for dinner? Yeah. Son of a bitch! And now when you watch The Walking Dead, it's fucking ruined for you, isn't it?
It pretty much is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Does chick that you're with like Walking Dead? I don't want to use her name.
I don't know. Let me ask. Like, are you into The Walking Dead at all? No.
No.
No. I think he's.
Does she like Norman Reedus?
I think he's disappointed in you.
I'm not disappointed.
It's just like, whatever, fuck it.
Like she gives a shit about me.
Yeah. Like, he wants to know if you like Norman Reedus.
Oh, do I find him attractive?
Well, do you find him attractive? Are you a fan of his, or?
You're a fan of his.
He's not too bad?
No, I haven't seen anything else he's been in.
Oh, okay. Like Boondock Saints or anything like that? Oh my god.
She hasn't seen Boondock Saints?
No.
Oh, you need to introduce her to the Boondock Saints there.
Definitely. Like, we just finished watching Curse of Chucky, which was pretty cool.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, man.
That's the most recent picture, isn't it?
Yeah, it was like direct to DVD, which kind of sucked, but
Not surprising though, considering the recent run.
Yeah, I will give it that, but this one was pretty different. I actually really dug this, because I mean it was taking Chucky back to like the horror roots that he kind of started on.
Good. It was a comedy for far too long.
Yeah, and granted, okay, it's got the silly, like, the Chucky jokes and whatnot.
Which it's always had.
Yeah, which, fine, that's typical of a slasher flick. That's what I want in there.
But it shouldn't be the main focus, and that's kind of how it
Exactly.
felt for the last, like, what is it, like Bride of Chucky, which is that's like the last one I watched, or Seed of Chucky.
Yeah, Seed of Chucky was the last one.
Yeah.
Although it was kind of cool. It was like, do you plan on seeing this at all?
No.
Okay. So,
Spoiler alert.
yeah, so it has an extra scene, like, after you wait for the credits to go by, it's got an extra scene, like it's a fucking Marvel superhero movie. And, it's, delivery driver, like, drops off this package to somebody you find out is Andy Berkeley, the kid from the first 3 movies. Like, he's all grown up and whatnot, and, you see him, like, puts the package on the table and whatnot, and he answers the phone, he's talking to his mom. And you see a knife, like, come right out of the frickin' box and whatnot, and just kind of, like, slicing its way open, like, through the box. And you see Chucky just kind of, like, sit up and whatnot, like, look at the photos on the wall, realizes that, yes, he found Andy Berkeley from the first 3 movies. And he turns around to, like, just kind of, like, look to see, like, where he is, like, where he could hide and whatnot. All of a sudden, you see Andy standing over him with a shotgun. He's just like, play with this. And he goes, Andy! Fucking shoots his fucking face right off.
Nice.
I was like, oh, that's so good.
Does that actually kill him, though? Didn't they try shit like that before?
Yeah, dude, I'm trying to think, like, how he's been killed. Like, the first one, he got shot. Second one, his head exploded.
Yeah.
The third one, he was shot, had his hand cut off and fell into a high-speed fan. Let's see, Bride of Chucky, he got shot in his own grave. And
oh, yeah, I remember that.
And then the Seed of Chucky, he was decapitated by his own kid.
Huh.
Yeah. But.
So, yeah, he's probably not dead.
Probably not. I would assume that they're going to try and make another one, which would be pretty cool.
Now that it's going back to horror, I guess it would be kind of cool, yeah.
It would be. I kind of dig it. I mean, what the hell? I mean, if Saw can, like, have 20 parts, why the hell can't Chucky?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Yeah.
How many parts is Saw up to at this point?
I don't know. Is there, like, 8, I think? 6? 6.
Wow.
Yeah, there's only like 6 of them, something like that.
Jeez.
Which,
That's about
as far as
5 too many.
No, man. As far as I'm concerned, 3 too many.
Yeah.
Third Saw, perfect way to leave it.
I don't know if I really remember the third
You've
Saw.
made your money with the trilogy. Great way to end off. You find out this guy's got a fucking a protege, so to speak. And you know what? It's a perfect way to leave it off. No need to go any further.
And then wasn't 4 the one where Amanda was thrown into the needles, or was that 3?
No, that was 2.
That was 2.
That was 2. That's when you find out, like, I think that's when you find out, like, she was, like, you know, working with him and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then the third one, you find out, like, he basically, like, says, you're not my protege anymore, and you find out, like, I think it was, like, this dirty cop was the protege all along.
Huh.
I was just like, dude, that's fucking cool. All right, I dig that. Done.
Apparently there was a Saw where they brought back Gordon finally.
Wait, fucking Carrie Ells?
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't know, but I read online that they had brought him back and that he was like helping Jigsaw, just like everybody thought he would be. And I want to say it was like one of the more recent ones.
Was he dressed like Zorro?
I have no idea. I don't know. I'm the good pirate robber. No one will leave the city alive.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You made my father play a game. Prepare to die. Like, I'd watch that movie in a heartbeat.
Yeah, really, man.
Like the Princess Saw. I would totally watch that.
Inconceivable.
That word doesn't mean what you think it does.
When did Batman become involved?
No, remember the Jigsaw puppet? It kind of sounded Batman-ish.
It actually, yeah, it did. Now that you
It's
mention
like
it, that's
a lot,
funny.
a lot more like slowed down. Like, do you want to play a game? Whereas Batman was just like, do you want to play a game? Like, you played Jigsaw at normal speed. There's fucking Batman's voice. I think we just stumbled on
Seriously?
something here.
We did just stumble onto something. Hey, Joker, you want to play a game? There's a key buried inside Penguin's belly.
Think of this as a reverse bear trap. Let me show you.
Hey, Robin, come here.
Shut up! I don't care if you call yourself Nightwing now. Get the fuck over here.
Show him how the bear trap works.
Wait, which Robin are you?
The fucking sadistic Batman that uses Robin for his trap testing.
The Joker's just like, God damn it, what the fuck?
What happened to you, Betsy?
Yeah, really?
You're
Like,
crazier than me.
yeah, like, I must have had some profound effect on you. Like, you finally snapped. I gotta admit, I'm kind of shitting my purple pants over here, but, you know, I kind of dig this.
I don't know if they've ever done it, but that would actually make a pretty interesting comic, don't you think? Where,
What?
like, Joker finally gets to Batman and he finally loses his fucking nuts, his mind, and he goes nuts and shit. And
I thought you were talking about, like, a comic where Joker shits his pants.
I thought you were gonna be like, I thought you were talking about a comic where Joker castrates Batman and
No.
like loses his nuts.
Wait, wasn't there like a comic where Batman actually killed the Joker though? And he, like
I don't know.
I remember like hearing something about this. Like they were both on like a rooftop or something like that. Like Batman's like just he's got the Joker, you know, like, ready to kind of like take him in and whatnot. They both just start kind of like laughing at each other. You know, kind of like two buddies that just kind of like, you know, heard that funny joke like and whatnot, and then all of a sudden you just hear like you see like the laughter just stops, like the Joker stopped laughing. I was like, shit, that was kind of cool. But...
I wonder if they did do that. I wonder if Tim Burton based his ending off of that.
Probably not. I don't.
Then again, he did have that quote of he's never read a comic book.
Exactly, which fucking explains Batman.
Oh, man.
I don't know if Chris Nolan's ever wrote a Batman comic, but you know, if he hasn't, man, shit, he did a damn good job.
Yeah, except for, you know, him bending shotgun, you know,
Yeah, that's more.
Barrels and shit.
Yeah, seriously, like, yeah, and I live like he's like, I'm trying to make this like realistic, like, okay, bullshit, fucking realistically, people would have figured out it was fucking Bruce Wayne. Number
Yeah.
one. Number two, he's not bending any shotguns or fucking rifles or anything like that. You know, if that, even if that were like, you know, we'll just keep it inside the DC universe and whatnot, this fucking Superman would have seen that from a mile away and just go, dude, you're running on my turf. When the hell did you pull that one off?
Seriously.
Like, seriously, come on. Like, okay, maybe if it was like super heated, like maybe if I hit it with my heat vision for, you know, 5 minutes and you were able to like bend the metal that way, like, all right, I'll give you that. But
But
like,
how does he touch it?
But like, no, I'm the only one that takes a freaking shotgun and can like twist it into a pretzel.
It would be kind of funny, actually, if Superman, like, in a fight against Batman, like, had a shotgun and, like, bent the barrel around his neck. Because what would Batman do against that? He'd have a shotgun around his neck. Have fun, buddy.
Well, Batman would have kryptonite. Of course, shit.
Well, even if he did, like, suppose Superman at some point was able to bend a shotgun around his neck within, you know, at some point in the fight. Then what?
You know,
Then he looks kind of like one of those dogs with a cone on his fucking head, doesn't he?
That's kind of true, man.
You know, I mean, he might be able to fight back, but I'm thinking that with a shotgun wrapped around your neck, or any kind of weapon wrapped around your neck like that, you're kind of limited in your mobility and
I don't
shit.
know, but I think if Batman, like, truly wanted to be an absolute dick to Superman, he would use pink kryptonite.
Or if he, like, rigged up the shotgun to him in such a way that, like, no, if Batman moved at all, like, it would pull the trigger and blow his head off or something. Like, he puts his finger on the trigger and shit, like, rigs him up to it.
Yeah.
Just like fucking Jigsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Turns his own fucking games on him. He's like, hey, Batman, want to play a game?
God damn it, Clark. All of a sudden, you just see Superman, like, bending his index finger like The Shining, like, Clark's not here.
Superman's like the dude on the floor, like, you know, who gets up and, like, rips the shit off the back of his head.
Yeah.
Just flies away.
It's just like, I just wanted to see you do this shit. That was kind of funny. By the way, I'd be careful. There's like 4 mutant turtle alien things that are down here. They're kind of pissed off, so good luck.
Game over.
Yeah. I'll leave Hellboy's number over here for you just in case. It's on like the opposite end of the room.
In case it's not obvious, it's 666.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Fucking A, man. See, these are the movies I want to see, man. Like, I want to see like that sadistic Superman Batman turn
Seriously.
that we're never.
It would be interesting.
But we're never gonna get that.
Unless we write and film it.
Yeah, that'll never
But
happen.
then, like, the only way we could film it is if, like, we were in it, and there's no way that either one of us is a passable superhero.
No.
We're worse than fucking Nick Cage in that
Yeah.
respect.
I mean, we could probably pass for like the Penguin or Mixix Spitlick, maybe something like that. But you can't really make much of a movie out of that. Yeah, just go with the Burgess Meredith one, like.
You lousy bum.
Either that or just go with the Danny DeVito one, like, I don't know, it could be worse. My nose could be gushing blood. And he just bites somebody, like some random stranger in the nose.
Oh, man.
Like, what are you doing? Filming a movie. It's okay. Like, he's not an actor. Like, he is now. Just seeing the credits.
now.
Seeing the credits, like, guy with nose bitten off. Carrie Ellis.
Oh, shit.
Like, Carrie, we need you to get your nose bitten off in the scene. As you wish. Stop saying that, fucking creep. Alright, I think that's gonna do it for us now. I'm just ruining my own image of Superman. Turning into the most sadistic bastard on the planet.
Well, it started with Batman. It was, destined to come around to Superman at some point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Car! Car!
All right, Bruce, you got anything to plug, man?
No, nothing at all.
Nothing?
Nothing, man.
Wow, really? Shit.
I can't plug. Anytime I try, sir. Come on,
All right, so I got to be the professional here?
As always, yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? Fuck it. You can listen to it. No, you do it.
I'm getting ready to go. You're like, no, wait, I can do it. And no, okay, you do it. Like,
I'm like the little engine that could, but then found out that he couldn't.
the little engine that didn't give a fuck. He tried plugging and realized, fuck it.
It's not worth it. He's like, I'm not getting paid for this. Fuck it.
And then he went home and watched Saw.
As you wish.
All right, so you can listen to our past episodes on Spreaker.com. Just search for STS Radio. You'll find no friggin' problem. We're also up on iTunes. We're also up on YouTube. Just search for the STS Radio for our username. You'll find the other audio, no problem. You can listen to our friends over on the Mike and Billy Show over on Spreaker and iTunes as well. And don't forget, you can also check out Mike's show on Nessun called Wicked Bites. Just check your local listings for that.
Wicked
Bites. All right, Bruce, got anything to close us out with?
No. Anybody want a peanut?
All right, man. Go Canadians.
Fuck you.